What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today we have a real pioneer in the reggae music business. Listen, this man has been giving you hits from way in the 80s right until right now, 2021. He's been producing some of your biggest artists and some of the biggest hits throughout the years. He sang on some of the biggest sound systems and been on some of the biggest stage shows. You know, we have in the building today, we have Mr. Anthony Malvo in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Big up, big up. I know me have to represent Anthony Malvo and a big up to the whole nation. I have to represent Toronto. Cause look here. Toronto, represent Toronto.
DC.
Yeah, DC. You know, Toronto, my spot, my old stamping ground. Another home away from home, you know.
You understand? We're gonna get into all of that there too, because I know you're a globetrotter. You're all over the place. You're always here, there, and everywhere.
Yes,
understand? Yes. All right. So program here, we usually take it right from the beginning of the journey and bring them right up to date right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then my first question, like always, is where did you grow up in Jamaica, and what actually attracted you to music in the first place?
Well, grew up in Jamaica. It's Kingston 6, a place called Kentire. And it's Papine area. If you don't know about Kentire, know Papine. So Kingston 6 area. And what attracted me to music is I grew up in a church. So I was always growing up in music. I was from youth, I go church, and music I play. You know, church go. I'm a first audience. I'm a first music lesson. You know what I mean? Everything when it comes to music, church started because my grandmother was a preacher. And we used to go to church with her all the while. So she never leave me going to church. I was her handbag. I grew up with my grandmother, so I was her handbag. So church, and I was always sitting right just by the musician them there. So that's on my, that's you know what I mean? So I say, yo, that's what I want to do, man. I love this. And then leaving from there, so on my corner, I sing with my brethren on the corner. And, you know, you're going to the jukebox, you put in the money and press the version, sing. Man, I play music with the mouth. When we can't find the 10 cent them. When we can't find the 10 cent, man, I play music with the mouth and I beat him chest and when I sing. And you have a little sound system in my neighborhood, them King Muzzo, we start singing on it and, you know, create a buzz in my neighborhood. You know, create fans and, you know, them vibe it.
So the first sound that you actually were on was a song named King Muzzo.
King Muzzo, yeah.
Okay. Was there any other notable people on that sound system there also?
Not really. No. I mean, some youth will try it, but them never stay within the business. Them they have talent, but them never stay because you know music is a journey, and if you don't love it, you're not gonna stay. So some of them have the talent, but they didn't stay. I mean, people like Horace and them never they punish them, but them come from here still. So them pass through now and then. Horace and they have Tonto Irie. You have I think Chaka Demos used to pass through on little sound too. You know, a couple of man pass through on the sound. Demos, Juna Demos and the man that used to pass through. Not because I little sound, you know, but my year is a year where I hope people all just come out here because I dance all year, everybody just love coming to place that neighborhood there. So them pass through, so them now and then a little man just pass through, but most of the man them would really depend on the sound, them not really about again. I mean, in our music.
Yeah, King Muzzo. Okay, so then now, what was your next move after that sound there? Did you
after that we get popular in my neighborhood, I'm popular now, Anthony Malvo, a singer, really. We move to our next sound and a big sound in my neighborhood named Black Star Sound.
This is where the party starts right
That's
here.
where the party started now. Then that now, me and linked with Tiger, Tonto Irie, Upton Lindo. You talk about Earl Cunningham. You know me I say? You talk about Zuzu with Dead and Gone and Paddington used to do that. So it was a you know, Brigadier Jerry. He did it too. Because Brigadier Jerry live in a Papine, you know, in the same place, Tavern. Me live at Kent and live at Tavern. So my church, when we used to go, my grandmother church, it was across the road from Brigadier house. Yeah, man. Yeah. So Brigadier and Sister Nancy used to do upon them fence and looking at the church. They never used to come, they just looking and I look. So then I pass them, I say, yo, say, yo, Christian, you can sing. So, you know what I mean? So them know. I mean, Nancy used to be in the same class. We used to go to school named Papin School. Papin's high school. You know what I mean? I used to name secondary. But it turned high school now. But me and Nancy used to go there. Brigadier used to go there. You know what I mean? A lot of people used to go to school there.
Okay, so, and then you guys linked back on the song. And then you guys linked back on the song. Okay, so what year did you actually get to Black Star?
Black Star, I think in 1980. 1980, we start part Black Star and start tour the whole of Jamaica. From parish to parish, for the chuck back a rock a go in and nice little vibe, and it was a great vibe, you know.
Yeah. And how long were you on Black Star? And what were some of give me 3 of your most memorable nights on Black Star?
Well, one of the greatest nights with Black Star when we play against, we in the student union in the University of West Indies, them have a place them called the Student Union at the University of the West Indies. Was a big place, so them always keep anything for the entertainment, they call it Student Union. So we had a song, we have a 4-sound clash with Stereo Mars, Metro Media, and Torpedo and Black Star. I mean, I talk about Stereo Mars, I talk about Super Cat, Nicodemus, Coco T, Tenasat, what they talk about. And it was me and Tiger, Tonto Irie, you know, see that you Danny Dread, and we take them on, and we give it to them, bro. We I tell you. When at first time see Tiger real, at first time never see Tiger, then we was see Tiger now, you know. So like was everybody was so amazed because Tiger get out, like you know the Tiger real, and it was a great vibe. And it was packed. Me talk about crowds. Me talk about maybe about 1,000 people. And at them time, me talk about dance or Rama 4. Like I remember Sturman a big son. Me talk about Peter Metro again, pan thing there, you know. Peter Metro and couple of them and them pan Peter Metro Media sound. So that next big sound that again. So that was a great thing, and you know what I mean. That was a great thing for Black Star them time. Now we you know we go to other places in the country because we got some enough country dance and great vibe.
Yeah. At that time, even that dancer speaking about there, was Tiger singing or DJing at that time?
Tiger was doing both. He was singing and DJing. Kind of sing like him a Little John. Them time there. You know, him a sing and him a DJ, but he was an original singer first. But him start DJ, so him start to do the DJ and the singing thing. So it was a great vibe. And you want to Tiger, him have a stage appearance. You know, he's a comedian.
Yes.
Me and Tiger used to go primary school together.
Okay.
Yeah, so we used to do acting. We used to do comedy like acting. We used to do acting and, you know, we used to go on a thing. We used to go on a TV, on Ring Ding, and go on a bag of things. And Tiger, so was like a comedian. So when my DJ, face expression and him go down a ground and him lay down on the ground and, you know what I mean? Yeah, them couldn't take him. So it was a great vibe, you know?
Yeah, good. All right, give me 2 more big memorable nights on Black Star.
Black Star, we do St. Thomas. We do St. Thomas, one big dance, St. Thomas. When we done the man, when we done the dance will ram and when we tell us a gunshot fire till, because you used to have some soldier called, what them call them something squad, Ranger squad. Them used to follow Black Star, like about a portion of real soldiers. And I tell you something, I sing, and a big gunshot, I say, bad-minded people. That song there was a gunshot song. When we do that song there, machine gun a fire in American. And I like no little joke thing, I have a machine gun. When we done the next morning, me say about 3 countrymen come. One come with a bag of yam, one come with a bag of gungo, one come with fish. Me I tell you, say you're going back in the car, the man them love you like, people love you like, they give everything. Ground provision and fish and thing you're going back with. Like, if you don't get the money, them feeling weird. Them time I get about $30 on Black Star, so.
Yeah, a night. That's crazy, especially where you're coming from. All right, and one more memorable night on Black Star.
Black Star. Remember, why so much? A place them called in Kingston there, in a place named Cinema 2 with Black Star, King Jammys, Youthman Promotion, and Jack Scorpio Sound. That was a wicked night to call Tiger real out again. You know what man them do? When them, and Black Star was a baby sound night, you know. But when time Tiger start and we start get them and them pin the box. Yeah man, the big sound them pin the box. Black Star man them, King Jammys man them and the whole of them pin the box, Virgin. Because King Jammys are the gangster sound, but I think for these are them do it still. Yeah. And kick down the box and everything because the little sound I get all of the attention. You know what I mean? Because Tiger was like, nobody never seen that yet before, you know. You know, the little, like, and them man a bounce up in the air, like, man shot about 4 feet and them man a jump like 10 feet in the air. So, nobody never see them thing there. So, it's like a different thing. So, they must say, no, sir, pin him box and all them something like that. So, it's about our next big time, that's for me.
Big. This is Black Star we're talking about. And how long were you on Black Star for?
Well, from 1980 till what? Till 87. 7 years.
Okay, so you did a good time on Black Star.
Yeah, because I'm a warm sound that. That's a warm sound. Kind of no, everybody have them like a warm sound. You know, I mean, that man, we're not gonna wear like go different places. So I'm a warm sound that.
Yeah. Okay, so you're on till 87. Did Black Star stop playing, or you just decided to move on?
No, Black Star get a tour from a guy. You know, we do a tour, a US tour. And when we come to US now, I name Edgar Parish carry to. You know, I label name Parish label name Edgar Parish. And me carry come to Bronx in New York. And we did that play against Downbeat. We play against all of the sound and I beat them. Every sound we play against Mr. Tiger they on fire and Ton Tire and Downbeat to play against all of the top sound them in the US. And when we're ready for go back, and we reach at the airport and they're on the plane, I'm going me and Tiger alone on the plane. Every man say right now, we now go back in, brother. As sound, all the man who own the sound say, you listen to me. You tell them say we so tell them hi for it.
Yeah.
And me and Tiger say, boy, yeah, me I say Tiger, me now stay up here, you know. Me have to come, I want to take plane like taxi. Me love this plane thing. Me love fly up on the plane. Me no want to stuck. Although me could have stuck still because when you're there and you meet too much girls and everybody want you to stay and I said, no, brother. I'm a fly down back and that was the end of Black Star.
87. So they just ended up staying in America and then the sound just disintegrated from there.
And then we play 1 and 2 times with a little selector down there. We find a little one selector and play some date where they leave back. Like a couple dates where they get paid to play. We just play them date and then we just say, all right. Me just go one day, me just go down. My same guy with him, Edgar Parish. It was my brethren too. Him came go do some dub. I know I came go do a song, make a song down at Jammys. Oh my God, Jammys now. Jammys say, everything we in the music business, not news, everybody know your business. Guys, like I want like a family. And the man be like, boy, we used to Black Star, them man, they run your foreign. And I say, you know, go. And I say, boy, if we here, boy, we see a bad, but if you want to come in, you can't come in. And I say, oh, this is my next home then, because this place, you know what I mean? So I never have to go through like how some man used to them have to stamp at Jammys get for 6 months and them thing. I walk right in as a star because my Black Star sound was creating a buzz. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So, and then when you got to Jammys, who was on Jammys at that time there?
Jammys, you have Pat Anthony, you have Johnny Osborne, you have Major Worries, you have Admiral Bill, you have Chaka Demus, you have Echo Minot, you have who again? You have a whole heap of them, that whole heap of artists on Jammys. Shabba was just a look up. Shabba baby. Because Shabba used to start the dancing. Shabba used to start the dancing. You know what I mean? That's them man, the Totti, Pompidou, all them man, the original man, them man, they used to step on the sound. So, we have to come back up and all, you know what I mean? Whole heap of them. You know, see it. So, when we come and I say, and then, me recruit, me introduce Colin Roach to Jammys now. I said, Colin, we have a next youth from uptown, yeah. But bad, I said, bring him in. And I said, boy, I'm Malvo, we are going to give up. We are going to start paying. Come and I come from $30 and Jammys start saying, I'm paying $300. So when I tell me I bring in Colin Roach, he said, boy, you hear me? The money I go bust, because Jammys is a man in full of style, you know. So I said, money I go bust, and I said, nothing wrong, because it's artist this. Just won't give me my money. And then me and Colin Roach just catch you, I will come here, to me a little company, you know, because a Waterhouse, I have to take 2 buses to go Waterhouse, I have to take 1 bus from Papine to Crossroads, and from Crossroads to Waterhouse. And them time the Waterhouse a gangster place, you know, brother. By 7 o'clock, bus stop run. So you have to walk from Waterhouse to Harford. And I talk about, it's like walk whole of Eglinton.
Yeah, that's a long one. And was there any reason why Tiger didn't actually come with you over to King Jammys?
Why Tiger not come to King Jammys? Tiger they get exposed and start get hot. I don't know why he not come. Why he not come? Him did start by some other people and him get Tiger that make a buzz so everybody around him, so him no have time for that. You know, him just run him just DJ by any song. You know what I say? He never have no more resident sound again. But him the kind of him that make a buzz. So a lot of people around, producer around him, everybody around him, and him just they are one from one place to the next. Him and get shows all over as an artist by himself. You know what I say? Mm-hmm. So I don't think he was concentrating on doing that too much. But, you know, I don't know why he never come still. He just never on the moon.
Okay, so then now you're on Jammys doing all of this stuff. You brought in Colin Roach. Cool. So we could either go, when did you actually start to record for Jammys?
All right, 1987. The same time I reached.
Mm-hmm.
We start record. The first song we do one song with me on. You know, we do Bad Minded People.
Okay, that was the first time you actually recorded it was for Jammys.
Yeah. No, we record for the same guy, Edgar Parish. Mm-hmm. One song named Reggae Gone Clear. That's about 1986.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But the singer saying, Reggae Gone Clear due to the rubber dub selection. Reggae music gone in a different segregation. You know what I mean? That song, yeah, it was going. Never going no big nothing. Just play up, get couple radio play and think. Cause you don't know when you spend your money. Cause a long time we have spend money. Some producers spend money a long time and the song get to play and thing. So it never really meant a big buzz, but it gone, you know? Name out there. First time I hear myself on the radio, was that.
Yeah.
You know?
And then your next one was Bad Minded People.
Yeah.
That's
how did
that come wrong? I want to know how that experience, especially inside the Jammys.
But that sound come, I keep a big dance in my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Big dance with Black Star, with King Jammys and King Jammys alone. I just got King Jammys them time, so I keep a big dance. But during the period at the time when I put up the flyers, them, when you put the flyers and you pass the flyers, see man, I mark up the take knife and I mark up the face. My face slip on the man and slightly more I cut me get my face on the blow me. I say, boy, if them song are real. Right now, we have motor scar and look like a mandingo. And then we put up the banner, the man them start tear on the banner, tear on the flyers. So me I say, wait. But the man that's what people hate me. Because I swear everybody love me in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? You swear everybody love you, but the man them tear on every flyers. It's the time for the dance. The dance, pack. I mean, I say, I come home, I'm done and count out the money and nice. And come home, I song from my car and I start saying, bad-minded people, they better change the way. And then I say, down in the ghetto when me born and grow, there's a lot of people that rhyme and know. When you try to make some improvement in life, they want to knock you off for your stride. See you upon the road, them say respect you. Behind your back, them does a super you. Many you call and chosen of you. What you gonna? Yeah, it's fun. So you hear the lyrics, you hear the type of lyrics, man. You see where it come from? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you say, I be a bad man, so I saw that song they come. I'm gonna say, boy, Jammys, what got Jammys, the cat power rhythm, that slide with the cat power rhythm, where your eyes. I'm just say, yo, if someone singing on it, woo, that was it. That song they kick, and you want to do that song they talk. Mm-hmm. That song they never released as a single, you know.
Okay.
It was an album. It was on a compilation. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't because I was singing so much. I dance them. I be a gunshot, so it's come like it just get popular by itself. I mean, I beg Jammys to release it. I know him have released it, but it was one of my biggest songs up till now. Mm-hmm. In time of other song that, yeah, you know what I mean?
Because that's one of those early Bad Mind type of songs.
Yeah, Bad Mind. But my one was real. Because enough man are sing it now because them not see what it are going at the thing we are going and you know, Jamaican people are black people is full of pay Bad Mind more time than themselves. Them all are against each other sometimes. You know what I mean? So the Bad Mind are one of the biggest thing for Jamaica. But my one was a real thing because I go through the experience, that's how I get the song.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Okay, so then Jammys, you have the big song here now. So what I'm going to do, I want 3 nights on Jammys, and then we're going to go into some more recording for Jammys. Yeah. 3 big nights you remember on King Jammys.
What? Jammys have so much big night. Why? With the big one, I'm going to tell you one. Toronto. Mm-hmm. What that place name?
What, concert hall?
No, one next place. It's locked down now. Name maybe a concert hall. Maybe I must a concert. Because them back them long time. What the dance them used to keep?
Mm-hmm. Downtown.
Yes, I tell you, say, when we reached the dance, brethren, at Toronto, I couldn't even go into the dance. People are lift me up and bring me into the dance. The dance, one of the we go up on stage. Me and Colin watch. I think Leroy Gibbons did that to me. I tell you. Yo, the place ram it, and the dance sweet. Mr. Dance pop from corner to corner. When the dance done, the promoter run away. Yeah, we're not getting up here for that dance there. That was I could never forget that dance. The promoter, wait a minute. I think I'm related to Jammys people. I think Jammys wife I'm related to, you know, that brother.
Okay.
Boy, I run with the money. Run away. Run, we couldn't find them, saying can't find the promoter for days. I'm a buck up couple years after that, not Jamaica still. But yeah, that was a wicked dance. You know what I mean? Them dance and the next dance, we they at Jamaica in the country with Blacks with King Jammys and some more sound. And I tell you that was the next big thing again. Gunshot. Major up on the beach. Fort Clarence Beach and Jammys are play over there. I tell you what we are sing. Major Words are going on. At the same night, Major Words dead too. Major Words are done the play. Major Words was one of the man who give me a line for the bad man people, you know.
Okay.
Major Words, him put in a line in the bad minded people song. Major, he was close to me. Major was a youth that was humble, and me and him we had a good vibe together. Major Words was my bridge in the car. Remember, say me come from Waterhouse, you know, so me have to find a man where me can pirate. So him was a man with me pirate. Him and the next singer they were sing like Sugar Miner. When you again next bad singer there. Got away name. But yeah, them man there was my bridging still, you know. So he was one of the man who play that well. And next job is again when with Miami. That was a dance, there was a wicked dance. No, England. We play so much of them, you know. We do an England dance. We're not England, we play against V Rocket.
Yes.
Tell you know a big so you know a big dance and I tell you we're playing at one place named a place in Birmingham and name Hummingbird. That's the land name. And I tell you, brother, I tell you the dance packet England people not play with me my party, you know, brother. Yeah, man, that was a good vibes too, you know. I'm gunshot fire too because you know fire gunshot boy nitty gritty. Can nitty-gritty used to live in England, but him a rude boy, and them fire shot and bust up the water pipe them in them fire shotgun in the dance. You know man, them crazy. And blow up the pipe them, the pipe man, wake up the people them. Yeah man, dance wicked man, pay a shot. When we sing all bad mind people, you know, it was crazy. That song there was like you have afraid for singing it, you know, cause I just sing it a man a fire shot, you know. It's like touch a nail, cause the amount of bad mind, cause can me bring out the bad mind. Yeah. You start singing the bad mind and like the people say, what? You know Lana? The man them start fire shot for that. Yeah man, was it? I want to tell you our next dance with King Jammys though. We play at Tivoli Garden. OMG. I saw you saw your brother, I mean if you know of Jim Brown.
Yes, man.
Jim Brown called me and said, yo, why you sing my favorite song? And I said, I sing Bad Mind People. A show off rain of gunshot. Me I tell you, at Tivoli Garden, that was the night again when we sing Bad Mind People. Because Jim Brown used to love that song there. It was him song. I never know him. I say, yo, you need to sing my song. So we sang at him, say Bad Minded People. So I go up there and say, big up Jim Brown and the whole Tivoli and say, Bad Minded People. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, man, you know, so long this gunshot rain, nobody can do nothing long this. You understand? So that was a good one. That was the next time with King Jammys again. Yeah, no,
Jammys. I remember what I liked about Jammys that time there was, especially when you heard the cassette, you'd hear like the vocals on the left side and the bass on the right. So you'd always feel like you're in the dance.
He was a technician, so he think hook up proper.
Crazy. You brought up one name before we get into actual Jammys recorded here. Major Worries. What was it like when he had actually died? Because you were on the song and you said this was somebody that you were linked with those times.
Yeah,
what
man.
Was that
Major Worries was one of the baddest DJ. He have style and variation. The man have style. He knows DJ like I'm a DJ straight and the man have style. Him sometimes up there so him down there so. No, that and them man there Shabba them learn from. Because Shabba them time we give Shabba mic to start. Because Shabba used to DJ half key. When you give Shabba the rhythm the run so and Shabba the way down there so. I tell you. That's why Jammys never really want to record him too much. That's why Bobby didn't really mold him. Yeah. Yeah. But Major Worries was the man. Then I got Admiral Bailey them get from to man. Then Admiral Bailey and me, but Major was I want him there for the sound, but Major was the top man for the sound. Him. Then when the man take the mic, my chat from 7 o'clock back till 7 the next morning. Lyrics like Trouble. You know, and a nice youth too, you know, humble. Easy. I'm not talking nothing, just easy and you know, chill. Yeah.
How did you feel when you heard that he had passed? Because you were still on the sound that time.
It break me heart because we just leave off. I remember him about full white. we was at Fort Clarence in Elsha, and that was the big dance right there. And I tell you, so when we leave this up, we hear some with us here, in the night, we hear some major words get shot. There's a man kill him, a policeman shot him.
Crazy. It's sometimes a lot of stuff happened that you have no answers for, but you just came. Major Words just came to do his work. And
Yeah.
move on.
I tell you, him tough. Him tough. He was a great. Him inspire enough people, enough DJs still. You know, enough of the big DJs nowadays. Major Words was one of the was one. I'm telling you, Shabba come from one of the Major Words. Admiral Bailey and them man there. Them take things from Major Words.
And learn the game. Definitely. Okay, let's get into some of this Jammys recording here, because I know another big song that you did for Jammys was Ready or Not on the Head to Toe rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you come up with that?
The rhythm draw me out. The rhythm that was a bad rhythm. And in them time there, R&B song was the thing. You couldn't sing. Producer never want you to sing too much original, too tough. Because it was more easier to sell the song, the records more easier. You know what I mean? Because the people I'm used to it, it's easier to sell a record. Because when you sing original, it takes too long for them to learn it. So they must give them something for them, when them know from long. So Ready or Not was a song. I used to love listening to R&B. So After 7 was one of my biggest group after 7. So me hear the song, I say, oh. So yeah, I come and hear the rhythm and start singing that on the rhythm, and that was it. You know, that was a song. And I think Leroy Gibbons do the background vocal too. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Even most of my combination them. Cause that song was one of the biggest songs we come from Jammys where first before that was the song with me and Daddy Lizard. Baby, let's cruise away.
Of course.
Yeah, man. We are the greatest girl lover in Jamaica. Them song they come before and them song that was a hit song. That song make me in the studio sing that song there. And Daddy Lizard walk in. I'm saying, Lizard, do something. I'm just called chat on it, and that was a hit. The next one again was, I'm gonna take you to the dance tonight. You know what I mean? Big song.
That song is big, and why it's even crazier with that song there, because I know originally it was John Holt and Daddy Uri.
And Daddy Uri.
That song, and both of them have passed now. So the fact that you even decided to sing back that song would have been crazy. Why did you decide to sing back that song in the first place?
I mean, one time I sung on the park. I park in a puppy and I sung on the park and that's a chill. And yeah, I look sound system, I beat it to the next time. I said, damn, what a song, man. Because John Holt is my singer and Daddy Ry are my DJ from a long time. Because I used to listen Daddy Ry, King Tubby's used to come to my neighborhood. The man have a hams big like a dinner table. So they speak. When the man play in the neighborhood, every light, every street light dim. When the bass come in, the light them start dim. So, yeah, man. Remember, I used to go to dance and watch U Brown them, stamp and watch U Brown them a DJ. Yeah, you know what I mean? Ranking Joe them. So when me hear that song there, me I say, boy, that song there, but I'm just come and it's not in Jammys producer song there. A Steely and Clevey. Yeah, and then I come to but Clevey, Steely come from my neighborhood, you know. Steely come from Augustown. So the whole away, and Steely used to be run Black Star too. Used to make him with him like a machine and play. Before him got Jammys, we used to have Black Star play the beat them. So we used to have Black Star used to have their new job beat them before long before all sound. Because Steely used to make them from this up. You know, before him got Jammys, because but the producer a Black Star, him never have that him there, but him slow. Him not want to produce it. So after him there was still there they play beats and I was just a record them and a DJ upon them. And now I'm gonna wake him now put them out. Him go to Jammys now.
Yeah.
And when Jammys start saying, yo, go start do this, I'm start make real music. So that's what Steely will start make a song with Steely, and that was a great song. But Jammys, you know, Take It to the Dance was one of the next big song we do before Ready or Not, you know?
Big dear. That was some of the songs I know for Jammys. So even with Jammys now, the sound system, did you leave the sound or the sound basically slow down and stop playing?
Okay, yeah, that go. Never leave the sound because Jammys was the only camp. After I leave from my little producer, I'm not going nowhere else. So I'm stuck at Jammys, I stay there for the whole of my time. We stay until the sound system get obsolete. Like them, I say, yo, we're done with that. We are cool of the sound system. We go tour with Jammys. We go Canada, we go France, we go. You know what I mean? And it just get away where the sound now, the Stone Love come with them, don't play thing and it start, the bad now on the DJ again too tough. I can get too expensive to, and I guess, you know, so the promoter now pay so much money for pay, you have to pay DJ plus you have to pay, you know, back then, it started away with them just say, boy, better we get some dub plate and use the man them sing dub plate and, you know. So it start, so it does get fade out. So we scared till it fade out, you know.
Okay, and then what was your next move after Jammys and after it faded? Because we're talking about Jammys probably faded in like probably 89, and this was when your big song with Tiger came out.
Yeah. So that was it. Now when Jammys fade out, and I said, boy, no more Jammys, and I was worried. Come I said, catch you, man never used to run on to different producers. It was like Jammys was just a comfort zone because they so come like a warm, you know. Because 10 o'clock, somebody take a bus and go on Jammys, and I'm not left until 10, 11, you know. From 10 o'clock in the morning till 10, 11 in the night. It's just like sometimes they're in the yard and slum because pure artists, you know, when you talk about every artist, you can think about Leroy Smart, Horace, Andy, Sugar Minot, sometimes around there, sometimes you say, you talk about Janias, Burn, you know what I mean? All the talk, you know, Jammys catalog big, all the man they ask long with the attack, and everybody knew Sanchez, when Sanchez just come here, Bailey, you know what I mean? Every man you can think about, Floragan, Lizard, Red Dragon, you talk about Shabba them, everybody just on the yard. So it was a big yard, just in paint entertainment. I remember now do no song with a song around joke and man a chat and a talk and kind of something and pay drama and go on. So losing that gone, I'm just say boy chop. So just sitting down at house one day, go check Tiger. And Tiger my brethren come from England. I mean if I'm in brethren here, and in brethren say I will check him uncle. So my uncle was Winston Riley, so we drive go to Anchor studio, the Anchor mixing lab studio, where he was working, and we walk in there. The song there with me and Tiger, the rhythm come on, and Winston Riley said, "Malvo, you not for this." And I said, "John, no. Me never sang. Me go New York one time and call a girl, and she said, boy, but call the girl and she wasn't there. So the answer machine was, Summer love is beauty. I mean, I said, what a song, bud. Me need a song there. You know what I said? So we get the song and start study. So come home from America now and come back. So we go in that place and from here the rhythm, I start singing a song, then I start fit on the rhythm, and I said, wow. So Tiger will say, man, I said, find something, Tiger. Me and Tiger them just find something. He said, this is the first song we ever see go #1 in a couple of hours. Because here what now? Mixing lab was cross the road from JBC.
Got
down the road from JBC. So as the man make the song, put it on a cassette, man balance it, you know, DJ engineer balance it, put it on a cassette, and can't give Barry G. And me and tell the brother. That was it. Straight #1 immediately. And then my life just changed in a different direction. You know what I mean?
What started to happen because now this is 89. So again, you're from 80, you're doing your stuff, Black Star, cool, Jammys, you had some hits there too. But then now you have this commercial hit with you and Tiger that you linked back from Black Star time. What did this do for your career right now?
Well, I tell you, say, it made the name, it made me just feel like everybody start know me, and we do the first video too, we do a video too. We did a video fit too, and we put Carlene dancer in the first video too. She was in the video. You know what I mean? Yeah, we put her in the first video. Cause she, let me tell you something. You see my neighborhood, not my neighborhood, Kingston 6, it's full of peer star because she lived in the same neighborhood too. Everybody lived in, just one live down the road there, so one live up the road. You know, like maybe 5 minutes away, because she lived in the next place called Standpipe that I call Ligani. You know, that a Ligani, you know what I mean? So that's a Tiger come from. So Tiger used to there with her sister, so she come to the video and the whole thing. But when after that, we start travel. Come used to travel before, we start travel from 1985, go America, then 1987 we come to Canada first time. And Canada, we go England, and it's just from 1985 I appear traveling. But when we do the 89, that was a difference that traveling, because that was the Whopper show me and Tiger and England, and we toured the whole of the Caribbean and started popular and whole of things start up. You know what I mean? I say? But we still never feel good because we never have a home for music, like I made up my own still. Cause after the song, they done to do a couple more songs, with, you know, it didn't never work out too. Them was okay, they never big like the first one. I mean, I said, listen, all right, you know what, I'm gonna try something. I meet Red Rose.
Wow.
Come meet Red Rose at King Tubby's. This is Red Rose. Cause it's like a two rivalry, you know. King Jammys, King Tubby's.
Got you.
And the two of them there Waterhouse down there says just up the road. Red Rose just up the road and King Tubby's up the road and King Jammys down the road. But a King Jammys are King Jammys are King Tubby's. King Tubby's a Jammys student.
Yes.
Yeah, cause King Tubby's train Jammys and Jammys go up on him and branch off and own him little thing and start have him little studio. So that's for me there. But me used to go up at King Tubby's stuff. I'm never like up at King Tubby's still. It just look some top more never like the vibe. Yeah, we never that take up this too tough. The man them look too hungry up this up. Me I said no, them man I look. But remember Red Rose, cause Red Rose was like I'm prize boy. Red Rose was in prize boy at the Sunday class. So Red Rose, I meet Red Rose and him like two name Anthony. We have a vibe and then we start meet up, you know, for mixing lab car. We used to buck up a mixing lab now. We start go up a mixing lab and start buck up and one day, Red Rose about a thing for producing. Him have a good ears and him find good lyrics. So when time we in the studio all the while, people always ask him question. So Red Rose, you think about this? Give me a lyrics for this now. Like, you know, man advice. So the man always give them advice and I say, Red Rose, you know, so sometimes them money I use with and I use your too. So here what we do. I could start a label, man. I must say, you know, it's true. I say, yeah, man, because everybody me see when you studio, everybody asks if we give them a line. I want a line if we did I do the music the right way. Well, I would have reached because we have a line and enough of them hit song we say that road. Enough of them hit song we say that road. Red was a part of it, you know. Nothing like me. In more of the writing skill more than me still. You know, see? And I tell you, so we just say we are going to start produce. So we go check our brethren now and this man that we used to have our brethren, bigger man for Romy, nuclear, Exodus. Father Romy, our godfather. So we go check Father Romy and say, well, Father Romy, you know, so one you're producing. And Father Romy say, yeah. So yeah, man, I want to do a thing. Father Romy go in the room and come out to that 16 track tape. And say, see that. Go and go do the thing. I'm give you the first 16 track tape. And we go so on. We go check Sly. And Sly put on a buck. How we and Sly them was friends. We used to one because we have a comedian and we have a comedian and we used to sing and chat with Sly them and we everybody a friend. It's a more friendly vibe and Sly just full it up with pure jump truck and we know all the musician and radios and get money to put on the whole thing them and we would just start produce. And me I tell you, it wasn't a bad thing because is why I eat after. So I feel glad now, can I find a home now? I find a name. How you say that? I me find a name, you know. How you say that? Okay. The name, how you say that? Me find
how did you even come up with that? Because that's even a long name for a record label.
You used to like a youth. When you used to talk, when you say, yo, Malvo, how you say that? Because it was a talk. How you do that? How you say that? I even make a song. How you say that? How you feel do that? How you feel mention that I am we make a song when we record a song name so So we come with the song and we say, oh you feel say that with name. I am a radio so I say, yeah man. I would just call it oh you feel say that and you know what I mean? It was a good and the two of us as a team was unstoppable. You know what I mean? It was a vibe where we just make song and every artist we are talking about from Sean Paul them just a come with Dirty Cup, we are talking about from Elephant Man them just a come Spragga Benz them Cabra them, everybody young and now we just do the thing and we have a whole producer, whole youth come amongst and we have make it song with them, PH song come out of the camp.
Because I know you guys were the first one to actually give Beenie Man his first hit.
Yeah,
which was Wicked
Man. Wicked Man. Yeah, man. We have just a drive go watch it. And I drive through Linstead. And Linstead, yeah. Yeah, man. You are done. And we stop, we see Beenie Man song on the roadside. After I get the big boy a stadium, you run the country. I would see him on the roadside song, so like a chill in my bridge. And I say, what go on? And I say, oh dear. I really say, come and turn the man. We have a song, some big tune of you come in, man. And the man come in. At the time, you know, he might chat in a little bunty style. You know, in the teeth a little piece of bunty thing. Yeah, nobody don't want that thing. In the teeth a little piece of bunty things. But him do it good. Then put film, him take a little piece of bunty style and do put film thing to it. And him come with that thing. Man, a bad man, wicked man, not that man. Yeah, man. And I tell you, and then do a next one, it goes and say, God is truly me. And it's like, no. So, was that a great thing? Cabrato, Don Wife, me now watch me. Them song, there was a big song. Remember, we come to our album, a compilation named Quarter to 12. You know?
Big, massive rhythm. The
way that song they play, we come for entertainment report. The next 2 weeks, we get a big envelope from the government. And I say, oh, money. When we come in and pay tax, them say, tax. I say, tax? Them say, tax to that area. Tax to that area. Because they say, we're rich now. Because we hear the song, we hear the rhythm. We get a big envelope from the government. So we pay tax. I say, boy, I'm going to run for it, brother. Can't take this. Because them no mind not give me no them know where I suffer not about we pay tax. What am I talking about? Yeah. I'm telling them, I pay them. I said, no. I said, when I pay some and cut it down to something, I said, no, you have to pay all of this. I must have about 400,000 I want to pay the right thing.
In those times there too.
Eh?
Especially back in those times there.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, the whole of money they want to pay because the way the rhythm draws so much attention to us. All the government, the tax man, them find me.
Crazy. Okay, let's talk about that rhythm there a bit. Quarter to 12. That had on Simpleton. It had on Cabra. Okay.
You come from radio, that's a right spot. Lizard them there.
That's who I want to know about. Fabida.
Yes, man. Number one.
You guys discovered him just hanging around.
That's how Red Rose used to hang out. That's how Red Rose used to live around the road from a place named Carlisle Avenue. This part is a Butcher studio there. Red Rose lived in my apartment right the center. Because Red Rose used to take care of Butcher them too, you know. Red Rose used to sleep at the Red Rose them yard and Red Rose he was the man them time. Butcher them a baby them time. They can't remember baby the Butcher them a little black boy up and down and we see him and Red Rose them more car. Red Rose used to down Red Hills Road. Meaning me used to wheel pop in until me start meet Red Rose. Me start come at Red Hills Road too. Come meet up Lizard and Sanchez and Floragan and the next one when they were again Floragan brother they were there.
Red Dragon. I saw me come catch Red Rose bring me there so me can come meet the whole and so Fabi Dali now was as a Fabi Dali round the tour and Red Rose I said yo I'm gonna hear you. I must say that's time and Red Rose put him just got sued and Red Rose put him on the rhythm and that was it. The first song him do it. Number one song. You have Simpleton, you have Fabi Dali, you have me on the rhythm, you have Cabra, you have whole on the rhythm. Rhythm was a whole hit song on the rhythm, you know what I'm saying? No, that was a classic big rhythm.
Man, up to this date bad same way. Come here still a beat same way. I mean beat place turn over.
Of course. And another rhythm that you guys put out was Earthquake rhythm.
Earthquake. That was a great rhythm because that was between Dennis Howard and we. We come together, you know what I mean? So we meet Dennis Howard, took our Red Rose know Dennis Howard and the whole of us know. So that come and all that come to when me I sing when I first young, me must see the place start shake. I say, one day if I billiards, my billiards, I must see billiards. Come so dizzy, me see everything I start shaking in front of me. I say, how hear this? When me look, everything I turn up on me. Earthquake. I saw the song come get hit me.
Earthquake rhythm.
Yeah, and then Dennis Howard used to work on IRFM. So when time done, him to start playing, and the song this rhythm start blew up the red car. I think Wickerman and Barky they make a song about Earthquake about the same thing and just. You know, it was a big thing, you know? Big thing, it was a great thing, you know?
Crazy. And another one that I know you guys had done too was Guns N' Roses. You, Anthony Red Rose, and Bounty Killer.
Bounty Killer, yep. That was a great one. That's a vibe. Because Bounty Killer used to us, but like you to know, and we used to see him on our Jammys, and one day with us, Red Rose just said, come in. I remember a thing, and him just voice the song for Red Rose, and that was a big song for him and Red Rose too. Yeah, man, we came and make him do the first video and came and nothing. That's why I have a respect for Red Rose so much because my Red Rose do a great song and you know it was a great vibe between my Red Rose, you know. Me too, we have a good vibe with him too. So it was I saw the thing come true and you know. Even the song where you say, can we remember so bringing out Terry Linen too?
That's a song with you, Terry Linen, Anthony Red Rose.
No,
and
that was not our song. But the song we say, on Judgment Day. You mean Whitney Houston there?
Yeah.
Then I me give a song there because Shaggy come from the States and we see Shaggy and mix like I say, Malvo, me hear a song where Whitney Houston doing a brother. Hear it and play it and care and say, go sing that song there. I mean I said, John, that song the bad, but I say no me have a bad artist. I make him sing it. I would just give Terrellin in it. And that was it. Gone.
That was his first big song.
First big song. Now we give it, man. Yeah, man. We give it. We get Red Rose. We meet him and the whole vibe with Red Rose and all of you. Me and Red Rose are part like brother, you know. Cause you know, two Anthony, so we are part like brother. So the whole vibe. We still have a vibe, still the same way. You know what I say? So that's how the thing going. We just record out for people and it was great. You know, it was a great time of producing. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Talking about productions, there was one person that we missed out. You brought up his name, but there was two songs I want to discuss with him. Bobby Digital from Digital B Records. Okay? I know that you did Can't Stop the Rain.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that one?
Me and Bobby still used to go to school. We used to go high school together. We used to go on private high school. Yeah, Warren Hall High School, now half a tree. And that's when I meet Bobby, because Bobby still, we used to play soccer and Bobby still was a goalie. Was a bad. No, he was so fat, you know. He was skinny boy, but like nothing couldn't pass him because we played in the national stadium and me scored the only goal because he was a forward and we carried him the cup because it was a private eye competition and we played against all of the private high school them in a Kingston all about Vauxhall and Gainstead and we in the stadium and me scored the lone goal and Bobby the man and lick some guard and Bobby just if I never him would I get 10 love to her. The man save everything like a cat. So him now. Tell me, say my God thing there. When we leave school, him say my God, him got Jammys. My God Jammys go do some engineering. Because I know him do that. Him say he used to do like a technician and then him end up. So I go down there one day and buck him up down there. I say, Malvo, John will start. I will start par. Then till him leave Jammys and come up on him own. So that song, I made that song now. Me made that song and I said, boy, me as I listen to R&B and People Bryce was one of my singers still. I made the song and I said, I'm singing for Mikey Bennett first. But Mikey Bennett, so to Mikey Bennett is a proper youth. And when you sing it, yes, baby can, and go up on keys and, because Mikey Bennett, them a bad right, and them proper, you know, uptown, you would say, I get the uptown style. I'm singing for Mikey Bennett, and I said, John no star. So I go check Bobby, and I said, well, I'm Bobby. So I drive my Bobby car, and I hear my play, People Bryce, they can't even stop the rain, and I play over and over. I said, well, I'm to that song, I said, boy, man, it's a song here. I love that song. I said, Malvo, you know, say, I just voice it for Mikey Bennett. I said, you already remember I'm going to put one. Boom, I said, ready, come, let's do this, brother. Come, that gangster boy, bad boy, I was just going night. And from that song there, brother, trust me, sky's the limit. That song there was the greatest, one of the greatest songs. I mean, that song they make people find me, I'll jap some Japanese. That song they put enough food on my table, Rasta, I tell you. I build a house out of that song there.
That was a massive, to this day, it's still a big song.
Yeah, man. I see them come back with the rhythm again and I say, wow, that's so sweet. You know what I mean? Come say all thing that on the rhythm. Come say all Fatty lick it over and put Sanchez on it. And Richie Stevens on it. You remember say you have a Garnet sit on it, you know. But that can't stop the rain. There was like it's a non-stop. Nothing could stop it.
Crazy.
It was a huge hit after hit. That one was a big hit, massive.
Big one.
Up to this day.
Another one you did with Bobby Digital, but this was, it almost seems like you guys were, Bobby Digital was sharing the same rhythm with King Jammys, which was the score rhythm. You did Is It Love?
Is it love, true love? Oh, man. Bobby Digital with our Jammys one. That Jammys rhythm that, you know.
It's Jammys rhythm, but from what I remember, that came out on Bobby Digital, if I'm correct. But that is a Jammys rhythm, though.
Yeah, and you know, so, yeah. But it's not Jammys rhythm that, a Jammys brother rhythm that, Uncle T. Uncle T, so it's a vibe, you know, it's a vibe with them type of. Yeah, but Bobby, we have good, because Bobby, we know Bobby, him youth, them all, him youth, and we're talking near Calibod now, we have big man, the Rasta youth, we have film. Me know him when him now on Pampas. Me know them as so far we come from with Bobby Digital. We have a good time making some good music and, you know what I mean? It was a great vibe with Bobby Digital.
Crazy. So you've been through the Jammys, Bobby Digital, you had your own label with Anthony Red Rose, and then I know that you moved on to your own stuff, which was Real Music. Yeah, Real Music. So Real Music now, I just come out and say, boy, after me and Red Rose, we you know, everybody got them one way. I said, boy, I'm going to do them one thing. Because I go on, I said, more of my own label to Red Rose come out and label name Raggedy Joe, so I'm coming with Real Music. So Real Music now,
what was the biggest thing for real music? We come out with a compilation from look about ballistic affair rhythm.
Big, massive, crazy.
P8 song on it. The first one was Leroy Smart with Bounty Killer. Then you have Sizzler on it for mash the place. You have the one with me and Cape Town said, because them are one day rude boy. Tear up the place. You have Wayne Wonder. You have Anthony B. You have Shinehead. You have Ward 21. You have Warrior King. It sang, let me say it sang back at it sang like I must about, yo, VP come to me and say, yo, them need it. I'm say how much them I give them and them quote a little small fun. I'm say, no, VP, you can't get this. I can press it myself. And I right now I have all those stampers. I used to press at Tough Gang, Sonic Sound, and what's one again? Tough Gang, Sonic Sound, and Dynamics. Same time I press the same rhythm at one time. The wait a sell. Was a big seller, sell record till me weak. Mr. Man find me from everywhere. That's why I tell them digital time. I don't make no money in a digital time. Come like I just, you just do it because I love. No, I do it for the love now.
Yeah. What made you decide to actually bring back the Ballistic Affair rhythm in the first place?
Because it was a big rhythm from long time. I just love the rhythm from long time. Because Leroy Smart was one of my singers. Leroy Smart was one of my singers too. And the rhythm was a bad rhythm where sting, take it. And you know the rhythm make a New York, you know. It don't make a Jamaica, you know. Ed Robinson. Ed Robinson. Because that's a great musician that too. And they said me. And then I carry go Jamaica and start Vice Money Point. But you know, yeah. Because, oh boy. You know who they pan it too? Buji they pan it. You know Buji they pan it, right?
It has like 20 artists on it.
15.
Crazy amount.
Yeah. I think God blessed they pan it.
Yes. Because at that time there.
As I encourage Joel said, come blessed, come to Jamaica, me want care go Jamaica, come make a hit. I'm as a boy, Malvo. I'm just all right. I love you alone. Because you know where I come. Because if you come to Jamaica, I'm like, right now, I'm that bigger than we is. God blesses that. When I see you blessed, when I come to Canada and you're blessed me, I say, oh my God, what are you bad? But if can't stay, so Canada can't hold him, man. Canada, nah, man. You need to come here. I'm begging. I say, yo, know yourself. Me have care at Jamaica. Me have house. Me have everything. You don't have to worry about it. Just come. Me have to introduce you and put it to different producer. Me have to advise it to. But me have to give other producer and blah, blah, and tell him all kind. But I guess him, they have him youth them and youth them must be young and him never want to leave. I don't know what I'm going with him. Because I look like him. I don't know. But him never come. You know, but that was it. But that was it. With Ballis Cafe was a big song. I put out some more song too. And you know what I mean? Then after that, I just say, you know something, my youth them get big now. And my daughter start work now. My daughter start getting in the music business. Somebody say, you know something, I'm going to change the label from Real Music to Malvo's Entertainment. So I'm going to use the brand, the Malvo name. You know, because my right name that, you know. So I just use the brand and start produce under that different label. Just change the label to Malvo's Entertainment. So me have youth them, you know, because you know, most of them live at Canada. Me have one youth live in Atlanta with me now, but all of them live at Toronto still. Two sons of my daughter, and them still in music, you know, them not the production same way and I do them things same way.
Yeah.
So that's because of my daughter, I say me stop. Come me stop the producing because I couldn't understand the digital thing. I understand we had to take out 3 months to give me $1. When me used to produce my music and sell record, and pay as you go, I carry 1,000 records, I get my money same time, I'm gone. Now me wait for me, I have to wait for them. When you come, I want a little thumb time, I want a little chum change, I get car. You know, you don't get nothing, you put out this whole for me. Sometimes I still I wonder, oh man, still make money out of the digital thing. Maybe I still have to learn it still because I don't know, I don't see how it's feasible still because I need to do more things tonight, but it's hard. One time when you go some Vice couple song, was a great thing. You just find the artists when people love and you just Vice them and it's gone, you combine them. Because I remember when them love so nice. Tell me, you remember that song there with
Junior Kelly.
When me hear about Junior Kelly, I'm in England. I just call Junior Kelly and say, Junior Kelly, I want to do a combination. I do a combination with Junior Kelly. Identify yourself, brother. Yes. That song they mash up on morning ride about 50 million times. When them have the, remember I think them used to have the thing that morning when them think that.
Call in the beep morning ride.
Yeah, man. The morning ride was my place. I remember I come to Canada first. Me when we come to Canada, me last. I said, what am I going to do now? So I start listening to radio and I said, morning ride. I need to link up with them youth. Because youth sometimes things struck that. Every man used to drive, go morning. Every man like me rock on radio, just go morning like a song in the audience, right in there with them. Specs them and all of them. That's why I say sometimes we know when them youth and remember where they come from. You know what I mean? Me have to mention them again. Can we mention them again one power next with some more next youth that I do a thing my boys that do a little thing and say something about them. But we still have to say something about them still same way. Because we have come from so far with them and have a good vibe with them and you like them just turn pan we, you know me have that vibe there. You know, it's like we never like a vibe there, them man them just turn pan we. So cause even if I know me, my daughter there, you know goodness, cause they not get the strength which my gear still. So you know what I mean? And we help them out enough. Now whole heap of way. When it comes to sound, dub, come in one time them couldn't talk to be a bounty killer. Remember that? Shabba them couldn't talk to Shabba. Them couldn't talk to enough of the bad dub them we used to them have. We respond to some of them from back in the days. Not, you know what I mean? Some of the big bad dub them used to get them dubbed for them. So it's like, you know, one and wash the other, but them for them get for them and wash them and wash my one. So I just say go. I just talk about people go still, you know.
It's music business. It's wild.
Yeah, but I say go still, we don't worry about it because we still live here. And this is my life. Because 40 years in the business, I'm just stop. Some of them forget about and gone about and dead out and you know, but we still there see me. Because I'm married to music you know, till death do us part. You see me I say?
You can't even part in death because it's gonna live forever. So it's just that's it.
Yeah. Not okay, because we gone, it's still going. It's still going because you know we have set the legacy. Because you know we know and learn. We have learn more things about the legacy part now. So we have set things. Me try write a book now, and I write a book now about my biography. And my daughter to try push it on. My son them they are gonna do production. And we don't have to tape them ready and everything. So we have make whole song. But yeah, you know what I mean. So they even there they will make when Malvo's entertainment we make a nice little EP. A rhythm called Karma with me and Bojo Bantan and Tiffany and Wayne Wonder and then you have Pressure Bus Pipe on next youth and you know what I mean? I say some great songs. Yeah.
That was because that's your latest, we'll call it juggling.
Yes.
Would have been the Karma rhythm. It came out late last year. It came out mid to late last year.
Late last year, yeah. Yeah.
Big. And that came out on the Malvo Entertainment.
Malvo's
label.
Entertainment. Yeah, man. That was Malvo's Entertainment. Yeah.
One thing I didn't get to ask you, with your name, is Anthony Malvo your real name or that's your stage name?
That's my real name.
Yeah. Why didn't you ever get a stage name or adopt a different name? What was the thinking behind keeping your real name?
Good question. You know why? Because me I say, listen to me. Because me plan to live clean in my heart and clean to people. Me say, because me have my youth them, me I say, anywhere my youth them go, and then me like Tiffany Malvo or Richard Malvo. For them say, Malvo, come I know my name unusual. Because I see people check say, everybody was always thought it was a state name. So me do it for my youth them. So the way me gonna live clean, me know it all carry my youth them through down the road. You know, by my liberty, my youth them gonna live. My way of living, I'm gonna make my youth them go through life smooth. You know, so me not try hurt nobody, me not try do not hurt nobody and do not talk bad about nobody and try to do anything bad. So my name clean. Come here, if you notice Malvo never not with nobody else now. You know what I mean? Malvo does school. Sometimes them talk. You know what I mean? So that's why I use that name the Anthony Malvo come and say, yeah, that name they go carry my youth them through the gate. And it's still I see it happen enough time, even Tiffany now, when she go forget her interview, the man say, what your name? Man say, Malvo, say, man, singer. Oh, you mean come on, come in the front. You know, she come in the front of the line. She was easier to get through the gate. Because, you know, like me, I go say, boy, my name Ninja Man and Desmond the Valentine. Ninja Man son come down and say, him say, you know, him not the name. You know, him not the name. So I say, it's hard for a man pick up. But that's what I tell Tiffany, because she want to change her name to Tiffany something like that. I say, no, say Tiffany Malvo, because the name, their brand name. I work too hard to get a name. You keep it. Because you can't lose a fight. And it help her right now. You know what I mean?
It's a legacy name. It's one of those names. It's like a Marley. From you say that name there, it carries weight.
Then I say, anyway, you go and you say your name Marley. One time I go, one time they are Boston and people not to them time and the people them some look like Batman. Say, oh yeah, come I do a video. Them give me the whole hotel for myself. I say, yeah, I'm related to Bob Marley. You know, I get the whole hotel for myself. Then give me food, room, everything. Say another. Yo, we have to tell the white people not them. Yeah, that was a good vibe still. You know what I mean? So me sure say, you can't imagine my grandkids when them say them name Malvo now come up. It's gonna be a big thing for them. That's why I can't stop the music. I have to keep on do positive music and good music. Because you don't know, because we saw music stay. It might not good now to some people now, but down the road, some other little you pick it up and take it on. You say that enough to pan Tory Lane with Tom Torrance and Vanti. Tory Lane a baby, you know, and take up the man. You see that?
Crazy.
Take you the motor, the Vanti them, the direct go down there, go and easy, I do them things still. But when that come out, huge. God bless Tory Lane. I know him, but God bless him still, because I see him listen reggae, him listen weed. You know, and him grow up on our music. You know, Toronto has straight reggae place, you know. I like with Toronto has straight reggae place. You know?
Definitely 100% agree. I got a couple more questions for you before we wrap up here.
Yeah.
But we know we have limited time here.
Yeah.
Okay. I know singers like Dennis Brown, Freddie McGregor, they were some people that you looked up to. You getting into the business, what was it like the first time you actually performed with a Dennis Brown or with a Freddie McGregor?
Well, I was lucky to perform in Cayman Island with both of them, two of my favorite. Dennis Brown and Freddie McGregor. One on a side and one on a side. I mean, in the middle. Me perform at Cayman with the two of them. It was, and I two nicest person them. Respect due to the whole of them. Them give me Freddie are the nicest person. Dennis Brown, woo, that man they just not have no late night man. Them just say, yo, fire, we are talking about. Just do the music, just stay consistent. Him give me a whole heap of thing. That's why I sing what I sang. I said, many times I've let you, and then I'll ask you over again. You only answer, perhaps. Yeah, man, big song, Dennis Brown. Dennis Brown, I love Dennis Brown so much. Yeah, man, that you there, I'm a singer. I listen to Dennis Brown like when I youth, like, was, you know, like, I know every Dennis Brown them time. You know what I say? Was a my and enough man come out for Dennis Brown, you know, enough youth, Dennis Brown influence in the business. You know what I say? That youth there, Dennis Brown. So it was a great vibe. I used to love as you thought when you again Johnny Clark was one of my singers too. Leroy Smart, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, great. Maxi Priest was one of my singers too.
Okay.
Love Maxi Priest. And Maxi Priest, but my dreadlocks, you know, I listen to Maxi Street dread like that. I say, yeah, someone I want dreadlocks. I saw me dread. And I dread the man, I say, yo, the money are uptown Rasta. Cause me hear a twist. Cause me say, me know the bongo banga, you know. Cause me see Celestia, the man neat. So me I say, me have to neat too. So we are talking with me. No bongo thing. Thing change. But the man used to call me Saloon Ras. I say, yeah. Then after a couple years, me say, every man need here. Me start, every man here start get neat. Me I say, how I go on? I want to hear you look so neat. How I told you, you know. But it's a good vibe, you know.
Crazy. You've been in the business now 40 years, all right?
Yeah.
When did you actually learn the business of the business? Because again, you first get in, you sing some songs and this stuff, but you don't really know. When did you actually learn the business?
The business, I learned the business like maybe about 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I just used to sing and not do nothing, know nothing about nothing. But you know, the first man tell me about, said, boy, Malvo, you have to start singing some original. We ain't the one that, we ain't the one that's the top sing over, you know. I mean, I said, what am I talking about? And I said, we don't get. I mean, I said, we ain't the one that start singing over. I mean, I said, we ain't the one that, say, Malvo, you know, say the business part, that when you write a song and never can tell and this and that thing, give me a whole part. You might teach me, tell me a whole part. We ain't the one that still, you know. Give me that vibe. God bless we ain't the one that I'm a bridging to. That's one I'm a good bridging to. We ain't the one that great bridging, good youth that I want to make bona fide bridging. Him teach me how to think about the business part of the business. And him used to sing a whole heap of sing over and mash the place. And the man just switch and say, oh, original, me not business, I try with it, I stick with it because I say, end of the day, Malvo, one of these times, people are going to take up the song and use it. And you never can, you get paid from publishing. You know what I said? Because we never get nothing about publishing and get no royalty. You know, we just sing songs, we just get publicity, like just get famous after that and we sing on stage show. We don't business, we don't know about royalty and publishing. And then we don't want to start telling me I'm start hear the business and start growing other people. And I say, oh, so now I start most of writing a song and try write down something. I'm like write song with people too. So you know, I like share it. I like write song with people because it give me a good vibe. Because you know, so sometimes I'm have a different vibe. Because enough time, man, so when we notice about Jamaican artists, sometimes we so cocky and so arrogant and full of ourselves. if I'm gonna say more, sing, but no, sir, because if the song, they sing a song the other day, we say, when the wicked man a plan with him friend, them they gun you down. Jah will be, when the rhythm say, pa 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 pa, and Del Ranks write a song there. One song say, give thanks and praises, give thanks and praises, put your trust in God. And Del Ranks write a song there. See me I say, yeah. So you know, it's good when you can write song with people, but some of we know as not Jamaican, we don't want to write the song because we want all of the glory. But nothing wrong with that. Because the publishing share. The publishing share, see, you know. So that, and sometimes when a man have a bad verse and your verse too. Sometimes you have a bad verse, you have a bad idea, and you say, what? And come out to some great, two songs with me and Deli Ranks sing. Are two great big songs. Big song, them song. Then time I sing them song, then we have. I have to sing them 4 and 5 times. So, you know what I mean? So that's a good thing. Great writer too. Big up Deli Ranks, so I'm a great bridge in that too. You know what I mean?
Big. And I know you have a new song that you're pushing right now called Tell Me with Pressure Bus Pipe. How do you guys connect and come up with that?
Well, Pressure Bus Pipe, like you told me, rate too. A technical artist, I know him from Jamaica, from Canada, come from Standpipe. I see him down a Standpipe. I thought he was a Jamaican. And then when I start checking out, yes, him come from. Then we have a bridge in now where I'm a neighbor. Come from the same place, St. Thomas, where Pressure Bus Pipe come from. I have a label name. The name again is a big young boy production. It's a young boy production, and him know Pressure. Me I say, you know, I want a song with Pressure a long time. I said, nah, man, we have carry, we go check Pressure, man. Atlanta Pressure live, so we just go check Pressure and place. Pressure have a nice place, great studio in my house and thing. And when we call the man say, Malvo, Giano is a pleasure. The man say, what? Sam, let's do this. And it was like bam, bam, 1, 2. And right now it's a great, I get some good buzz on it, and it's a good vibe, you know?
Yeah. No, because I think you had collaborated with him, or you had something to do with Pressure even before the song here too, but I think this might be the first one that you guys are actually putting out together.
Yeah, man, you have a first song we will put out together. I mean, I'll draw them, you know, give them like one strength, but yeah.
Crazy. I got 2 more questions for you before I get you out of here. Okay. We spoke about Bobby Digital. We spoke about Steely. We spoke about you, Roy. You're all great, 2 great producers and 1 great artist at Pass. You connected with all 3 of them, especially production with Steely and Bobby Digital. Give me some specific memory that you'll never forget dealing with those 2. Dealing with those 3, as a matter of fact.
Well, Bobby just started at the same thing as me say we got school together. And one of the good memory when we do Can You Stop the Rain? He was playing Can You Stop the Rain and carry. I said, Malvo, I sing that song, I play that song in my car for a month now. Can't get out of me head. And from the same say, yo, Bobby, am I song to you? And he said, yo, let's do this. And from that was a great vibe. We go to the studio, 1 lick. You know, do the background vocal. Dean Fraser do the background vocal. You know what I said? Dean Fraser was there, do the background vocal. Everything was just one time. Boom, boom, boom. It sang right away. You right. With our Waterhouse, with our cling pan stereograph. Hear things with you, right? Was a great vibe. Him come at Atlanta, me and him there. So with Atlanta, me and him and Brigadier there, Jerry. Nice man. Very good vibe with you, right? The Godfather. The man humble, nice. And what again, I say again? Steely and Cleavey. Steely and Cleavey, one place. I'm gonna take you to the... That was a big song. We come into the studio. Steely is a man who just like a genius himself. Malvo here. Jam, 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 jam. Hey, jam, jam. Yeah. Great vibe around them, man. The man, they are genius when it comes to music. Him just want to hear something and start play something right away, like a mad scientist. The man, they mad in the music. So Steely was a good vibe. Steely was a man when you're around, you can't stay still. Always a good joke, always a do all part thing. You know, it's a good vibe. And grew up with Steely too. You know what I mean? So love to all of them. You know what I mean? Big up, you know?
For sure. What's your thing there? What's your Toronto connection? Because we could see clearly in your logo the CN Tower. What's the connection to Toronto?
Correct. You see, when I leave Jamaica, the first place I came and live out of Jamaica is Toronto. I spent 6 years in Jamaica. I live in Toronto for 6 years. And I love Toronto. You know why I don't stay at Toronto? Because I grew up Toronto. I have to perform every little town in Toronto. Every town in Toronto. I said, no, we can't do no more of this. They're like, nah, this we want to go further. So I said, America, we have to come to America. Because America have 52 states and a whole part of Jamaica and they're all over the place. Toronto is like, and Toronto the melting pot. Because a little place, man, come because, you know, you go to Montreal, you go to Ottawa, and I go everywhere. I go Windsor, I go everywhere you can think about in Toronto where play in Canada where play music. But Toronto, I love Canada, Toronto. I'm a place it just full of vibe. The one thing is I don't like the weather again because the winter take too long. I couldn't take it because I remember when I used to left my jacket. I couldn't take the jacket and them something then. You know what I mean? I'm a youth them come live. I'm just bring me youth them when they come live and thing. But Toronto, I'm a place. I'm a set. I tell everybody say, if I leave the weather alone, if it's just the summer alone, trust me, Toronto when they talk about vibe, the people them love music like them love music and love singers too. Them love singers. I don't know if it changed now, but them love singers. You know what I mean? We get a good vibe. The people love music over Toronto. We get a good loving. And big up all of the radio. Kerry Mullins here talk about Natty B and King Turbo them and the Iron. Come know they are a long time around music, see me and do everybody. Wiz, big up Wiz, because there's a boy you listen to that say, you know, big me up. Wiz, big up Wiz. I'm a brethren. Big up all of them and them, you know. Ron Nelson and them people there. Yeah, man, big them up. All them people there, you know what I mean? The whole crew. I mean, I just get mad love. You know, we can't say we get bad love when we got with that Canada, with reggae music. We get a whole heap of love. I'm a respect Toronto. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
We love you. I rate you out here too. You know what I mean? Anthony Malvo. I remember when you were out here for that period of time. You understand? Last one I got for you. This is the obvious one now. What's the reason for the new look? Because we know you with your locks and everything, but now you have a brand new 2021 look.
Yeah, man. It's a new beginning, you know. I just decide to say, boy, right now, I'm just ready for you know, so I just need for just do a different thing. Because this now. Rasta thing get. I don't know. When me a Rasta went, I'm just a Rasta, I'm walking in that place. People come like them just bout, yes, my lord. Bless up Rasta. No, me a walk past me like me nobody again. Me as a Rasta lose the authentic thing there in a Rasta. It's like, you know, me I said, John, it come like thief a Rasta. Some little booger man a Rasta, some girl, some booger girl a Rasta. Everybody a Rasta now. It come, the hairstyle get watered down. So me I say, it's not about the hair again. It's the levity. You see me I say? So no, you can't judge me by no year again. Because one time you could judge me by my year now. But the year, everybody have the year. You see, every man, as some man talk about, we ask him, say Rasta, we are talk about. Man, and you have meat, man, do this, everything, man a stripper. Man, I say, yo, I'm just ready to say, yo. And then one time I say, the year come like, I get one, like a tin out, one like a pot. I say, you know, so I know about this. I feel like I can't trim it now because it reach a stage where the Rasta thing, the year style thing, then I don't want no more right. So, you know what I mean? All about who want keep it. But it's not about the year again. It's how you live. By my living, you will see that I am a Rasta man. You know what I mean? Yeah. One time my boy said, you know, have to dread to be Rasta. One time Magan, there's somebody cussing. But I see that, one time I said that too. But them time the Rasta was firm as a lax man walking. You know that when I'm a lax in back in the days, in the early 90s and early 2000, when a man was walking as a Rasta, everybody gave him straight love. You can't do it wrong. I used to use the year to keep me grounded. Because when you have the lax, it make you want to do certain things. But now, you say lax man do everything now. Lax man do everything. He might do this, he might have stripper, he might chat about gunman, he might gun, like you say, I have 10 gunman, everybody have lax. So I said, Jano, this is a lax thing, a hairstyle now. So I have to move from there, so I'm a real Rasta man in my heart. You know, I'm living a Rasta, clean. If you notice my track record, I've been in a war with them, man. Enough man try to draw me up, but I'm step back, I'm a Rasta. I'm still scared that you'll see me. So you can't make me. You know what I mean? You're on turban and everything, they can't do nothing, because them things are not fake and that. Because you can't see it now, it reveal itself, because enough of them and them have on turban and locks and do a whole thing. Start, and you know what now, through social media, everything start ball out, you know. All of them business start, all of them man, they will say my Rasta, all of them start come out. You know, so nothing come out with me, more just trim up me here. That's okay. Who wants to still, but me I live it, I use it real in my heart. So that's why I never feel no way to do it. And you know, I get in a new look, you know, keeping the youth thing, you know, looking like a youth. Don't I look like a youth star? Look at me now.
1,000%. Listen, you're one of the funny things is you're one of the people from in the 80s that actually made it over, because a lot of the artists from the 80s, they didn't make it. They probably made it to the 90s and then they fell off. They might have made it to the 2000s and gone.
Hard work, consistency. You have to love it. It's a love. That's what I tell every artist. So what them always say, what you have to tell the artist? Say, love. I say simple, love it, love the business. Love the business like you love yourself. Love it. Can you say if you don't love it, you give up, you're fed up because the moment I turn back, you go check the money on, you not play a song, you beg an interview. What do you beg an interview on stage and say, I'll not answer me. I could have said, boy, I don't love business. I can't bother it no. But I said, no, music shall teach them a lesson. Just go and make use it. One time I used to ball if people play my song, I stop do that. I never bother music will teach me. There's a time where you make a song where everybody have to play it. I'm going to say that. The song with me and Buju Banton, me make that song there. I remember say Buju Banton sing that song there 10 years ago, you know. Remember upon the Ballis Cafe, I'm singing that song upon the Ballis Cafe, you know. I'm going to take it off. Because I know about producing. I'm going to take it, scrap it down, build a thing around it and drop it. And that song there, that's the only song that one never said, boy, Malvo, man call me out of my bed. Yo, sing me that song there. So I'm tell you, say, when you make good music, nobody can talk. Everybody can play it. Somebody just make good music. If you don't play it, you might not feel it. Okay. You know, nothing. And sometimes you feel it, but you don't want to say it. But sometimes a song they will drag you out where you have to play it. The Buju Banton song, everybody play that. They say that we get the most play at the time there. And nobody yet go and still play. And that's because the pandemic why it got bigger. But that gun in my catalog, that's not my catalog right now. That's a big song in my catalog. One of them you could use to sing it back over. Watch. Don't need a couple years on that because there's a masterpiece that was well made. You know what I say? So, listen, me man.
Crazy.
You have to stay consistent. And that me I tell you from my older artists, them, not my time. So listen, stay on social media, stick with the thing. Me depend on every social media. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, anything them come with me depend on it. Me I depend on one thing, and Signal now and Telegram now, then just come back. Me depend on everything. Yeah, because you have to stick to the thing. You have to the thing we are going with the youths them. And the greatest thing again, too, this year and next year, we're going to start do some more songs. You know, I love the combination. We're going to start combinate with the younger artists, them. You know what I say? Some of the younger, bad artists, them, we're going to get some song with them. And so we can tap in at the youth, them thing. As a key, I just trick that. Just tap in, just bring some of the youth, them we have carry swing, Massacre, and the TG, and bring them in and just, give me a song, the youth. And them respect me because them grow and hear my song, them mother sing my song, you know. For them mother, when them talk about me, when me say Coffee first, and I say, well, I'm Coffee, and she say, hi. And mother said, Coffee, you know who that? That is Anthony Malvo, this is my star. Oh my God. And she won't come up with me and say, so you see, and mother, she might not know me, but her mother got great excitement, right? I could have been her stepfather right away from that time. I mean, the mother, I said, what? I say, you love me. She said, you don't know, I love this artist. So me I show you. You know what I say? So me I show you, music will teach them to stick with the thing and just go and make music. Because them all call it when you start make some songs. Still in them league. Still in them league. I'll do me now go strive for it. Because the music, the beat that I make now, I not approve of the beat that I make. It a draw from reggae music. It sound like too much R&B. And we have to, remember when we do our music was only sound like our. There was nothing sound like our music. We never our music never sound like no music. It was original. Now we start sound like some other music. You know what I say? We start sound like American music. So now America take them a screech at them. I know so take time America try tea for music because them a try to do it long time. So me still I try to keep the authentic. The dancer or the one drop same. So me the business it now play. Who don't want to play that stuff? Coming down the road, them know the truth, you know. If you notice when time pandemic come, you know, you so much one drop them play. Oh, Jah is this and Jah is that because the pandemic. Everybody knows say right. You remember? One time when it's like, girl for this and girl for that. When pandemic come, Rastaman, yes. The amount of Lucian we play, the amount of Bob Marley play, the amount of Garnet we play, everything about God is this and Jah is this and pure Jah music. So them know, them know. Them know, so we now them can't trick we. So we are big out of the DJ them, the new DJ them, do no homework and play good music. Nothing wrong with the dance hall. You them, when I say you them not talk good thing, but the beat no good. The beat no good. But the youth them argument, them lyrics, solid. Enough for them. Enough for them attack things crazy from long time. And this been happening from long time. From Yellow Man, when I chat slap music and from Echo, when I chat, so I don't like what the youth them I say, boy, the youth them. No, that's a boy a long time. We still have some good youth. Now still do good music. Yeah, man.
You get it. Malvo, your energy is crazy. Your energy is so up. From we started till now, your energy.
Hold on for a minute. Let me show you some energy. Hold on there.
Okay.
Before me leave, I have to say, big up Canada, big up Dwayne.
100%.
I remember, so we have to bring the forward and big up the eye. Forward. Yeah, man. Fat cover we have to do. So, you know, so I'm be a forward. We're after that thing and the energy up.
Listen, your vibe, your energy, your stories, everything has been so crazy. Again, listen, it's just because we have limited time, but I have to sit down again with you for a part 2, 3, 4, and 5 because you're
Yeah, man, because we have
so
more
much.
stories. We have a story we don't talk about yet. Whole stories.
Boss, listen,
Yeah, man.
big up who you need to big up right now and leave some social media handles so they could check out what's going on.
Well, big up me with them. Malvo's Entertainment, big up Richie Malvo, big up Leon Malvo, big up Tiffany Malvo, and big up Akeem Malvo. Big up Ariana Malvo, my granddaughter, my sweet granddaughter, Malika Malvo, Malia Malvo. You see me, I say big up the whole crew, big up the whole Canada, big up the whole Toronto crew, because I'm a family that, you know, I'm big up and give thanks to them for the support over the years, because I always get great support, and I beg you now, just keep on support my daughter for me. Because, you know, she had the new, I'm going to tell you, she come with some great shots, I tell you, we now make sure make no idiot music running. We now let them down, you know, remember, just keep on playing her, because she gonna blow to the sky, because we have some great plans for her, some big major songs we have make with her, you know what I say? So, yeah, just big up everyone, and check me out on Instagram, The Real Anthony Malvo, Instagram, because I try to build it, I got almost about couple thousand people now. So yeah, I want it build. I don't want nobody tell me for buy no fans. Because them come to me now. Enough time they say, buy some fans, listen now. I want the real thing. So listen to me. Please follow me on Instagram at The Real Anthony Malvo on Instagram. On Facebook, Anthony Malvo. TikTok, Anthony Malvo. You know what I mean? So you can follow me anywhere you want. And you know, whatever. Just follow me. And as me I say, support my daughter, Toronto. Because she had a new face. And you see she are coming out of the business for a long time. She had do great music. Just put out the song with
Wayne Wonder. Wayne Wonder.
Yeah, Busy Signal. Yes, I give so much song, and we are make them song there. You mean I say she just come out about a year ago. She and Escoliva, a big song that again. So you know, great song. And I think she have a concert this evening too. So you know what I mean, a viral concert, Champion in Action. I think my son them I keep it Malvo's Entertainment. You know, present with somebody else with a champion action to this evening. So check out that, people. You know what I mean? So whatever, you know. Yeah. But
Malvo.
everything, just give thanks to the eye for this, because enough people now reach out to the original artists them, and you have to keep if you don't know the roots, you're not gonna know yourself. You have to know the group where you come from, the groundation. So me I say, and there I go for that, you know. Can you see it? The real thing that they said come from, you know.
No, your energy, your vibe, everything is. Trust me, as I said, from the camera turned on to we're about to turn off, you've been on 10. Your storytelling ability has been crazy. What you have in your mind is so crazy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Just keep the youth vibe. Keep the youth like what the look and the new look. You see the new look, youth again.
Yeah.
59.
Big boss.
59.
Crazy. Yeah. I know you cycle a lot, so then that keeps you fit. So that I do.
Aye. We eat good. We exercise because we don't eat no meat. We don't drink, we don't smoke, we just keep it up to date and keep it. We used to do all them things that still, remember some of the banners nothing there, we call them priests. We used to smoke, we used to drink, but they say after you reach certain age, when you reach certain age, just stop them things there, because they might have a beat down the road. Remember down the road, you know what I say? So prevent is better than cure. Start taking yourself from now. That means you reach some. Can you see it? This COVID come and some people are drop out because of bad health. And because it come like a flu, you know. But them through your bad health, when it lick you knock out. Because I think I'm going to get COVID all 3 or 4 times already. I tell you, because the way I come, sometimes I feel like I say, I don't feel so. But the way my body so up and in the amount of thing I have in my body from them time there, it can't come. It's a barrier, it have a wall, you know. So give thanks for everything, my brother. And love you for everything we are doing, see you, sir.
Thank you, big boss.
For the ground you walk on. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Blessings.
You understand. Mr. Malvo, excellent, crazy, epic conversation. Let me give you an outro and get you out of here. All right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Cuts Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinesmusichut.com.